What's up, Viper? How are you, man? Just getting this out on Twitter real quick. How you doing, man? Yeah, that was good. Get your hand right in the camera, Aaron. That was great. So you uploaded your video. Now you're just chilling. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch your video. I just saw that you had posted it before I went live. I also haven't watched Dave's video that you're responding to, so maybe I need to check out both of those. Hey, Roger, how you doing, man? There may be too much awesomeness in this channel. Or in this live stream for... Oh, need to not do that. There we go. Trying to figure out how to get chat on another phone because it goes by so fast. Hey, Elijah, how you doing, man? All right, figured it out. Okay, yeah. So, there's only two of us now, and I don't really care. I am just kind of wanting to shoot the breeze tonight. I don't really have a whole purpose of this video other than just to give live streaming a shot, as I haven't done this before. So, I want to talk about anything that you guys want to talk about. I don't really care what we talk about. It can be personal questions about me, can be tech-related questions, can be whatever. I don't really care. Looks like we may only have Roger. Oh, we got Viper still. I don't know, man. 500 is going to be pretty awesome. I've kind of fluctuated a little bit today. Went from, it was like 480, went up to 484, and I'm back down to 482. So it happens. I've had a couple of giveaways here recently, and when those wrap up or when those finish up, of course, you can always kind of expect to lose a few people. So nothing too saddening or depressing or anything like that. It just happens. It's kind of the fluctuation of having a channel. So, but 500 is going to be pretty awesome. 1,000, I'm going to have my own little celebration here at home. I'll probably do a live stream then too. I don't know. It depends on how well this goes over. But I'm actually testing another product while on the stream tonight. I may cover that a little bit later if we get more people in here. Or Viper, if you want to know, maybe I'll just tell you. It's been needing to kind of test out a product, and I've got my main shooter actually getting repaired. So all I've got right now is my phone, and this product is actually aimed at phones. So needed to give it a shot. This is kind of another kind of use for it. No, Viper wants to know. Roger can read your mind, Viper. Whether you think he can or not, he can. I'm using the S8 Plus. So I've had that for, no, actually I had it since release. So one of the first few videos that I did was actually on the, it was a Max Boost slimline case for my phone. So on my phones, I don't like these giant like OtterBox style cases. I don't like those. So I went with the Max Boost case. It was one of the first videos I did. It actually just went to, I think like 1,000 views on it or something like that. So, oh, now you're hating on the phone? I see how it is. I mean, whatever, dude. I mean, you know, I can just add some weird theme to it. I guess that's something you can do on streams for some reason. Yeah, so using the S8 Plus. The autofocus is supposed to be good on the S8 Plus, but I've not used it for video very often, so. So how about you, Viper? Are there any celebrations coming up? I mean, you're close to 500. I don't think you've hit it yet. I keep hitting my table or my desk. That's why my phone keeps freaking out. So sorry about the klutzy attitude there. You're at what, 568, man? Oh shit, you're already past 500, 583. So anything for 6, dude, you blew up. Am I back now? Dude, Viper, I knew you got the Creator of Awesomeness, and I knew you benefited from it pretty well, but I'm checking Social Blade. You benefited from that pretty well, dude. Good for you. Yeah, last thing, I thought you were around 500 for some reason. I guess that was Saturday-ish, but you went over it since then, so apologize for being a little behind on that. But 583, that's awesome, man. Are you going to celebrate 600? Okay, what about that? I think I'm back. That's really frustrating. I think I've got some of you guys still here. Sorry about that. The whole app crashed because that's quality. And I was talking to Viper. I don't know if you're being detained. What? No. Actually, I just put a lock on you specifically just to make sure that you toned it down for my stream because I don't want it to be out of control. Okay, I know you didn't know that option was there, but I worked with my YouTube contact, you know, at less than 500 subs to get you restricted on the messages you can send. I don't know how much you heard with your subscriber thing, but I asked, like, you know, how, like, if you're going to celebrate 500, not realizing that you're like within, you know, seeing distance of 600. I knew you benefited from the Creator of Awesomeness really well, which is great for you, man. Happy for you. I just didn't realize you'd jump that high. So any celebrations for you around? My phone would stop vibrating. That'd be awesome. I had it in airplane mode. Apparently that doesn't want to work. Anywho, yeah, I lost my train of thought. I put my phone in airplane mode and still getting notifications. That's cute. Well, Facebook, that made sense, but I don't know how I got a text when I was in airplane mode. But yeah, so any celebrations for you, like around 1,000, something like that? Maybe celebrations planned. I'm going for 1,000. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. That's awesome. I was kind of curious. I'm not like talking down on the process at all or anything like that, but like, you know, CJ got like 600 subs, and then the next guy really didn't benefit from it a whole lot. I mean, he did get a bump in subscribers, but not like what CJ did. And then to see you get a few hundred out of it, I mean, you're looking, what, 300 plus from that or more. So that's great to see. I'm glad that it treated you so well. I like the idea that John's getting the traffic to us, but it's up to us to actually sell the traffic and make them want to stick around. So I think you just like happened to nail it perfectly with your timing too, with your Linus video getting traction the way that it was, and then John on top of that, you just kind of like piggybacked off the success of two different things, which is awesome. Ow, that was hotter than I thought it was. I think you'll be able to keep the traction going, man. Are you going to switch to, like, once Veda is over, are you going to be looking more towards like product reviews? I mean, I know you did the IoT cover mount. Like, I know you've done a couple videos with that, but like once Veda's over, do you plan on doing kind of like the typical tech reviews? Or are you going to kind of keep doing the? Are you going to stay daily? I know that you tweeted that you're going to miss it, but like there's nothing keeping you from continuing to be daily if you don't, you know, if you want to be. So I'm curious on your thoughts on that. Like, kind of what are your plans after Veda? Yeah, Roger, you couldn't go daily. You could go like every third day, maybe like every fourth with your current workflow. That's if you made some improvements. Not improvements, but if efficiency increases, I guess we'll go with that. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you're over, what, 100 and however many uploads at this point? And you've been going since, what, January? So, yeah, you're right. You're just doing almost daily anyways. So, Roger, what's on deck for you? What are you up to? What's the next product here that you're going to be reviewing? That's a good point. How's your last video doing? I'll just look it up and I'll tell you how your last video is doing. So 602, good for you, man. 300 views, I mean, that's not bad. 4 days. I mean, is that on par with your normal like viewership, or is that kind of slower than normal? Still trying to figure out how this how to read chat thing is gonna work. Yeah, if you want to stick with phones, it's gonna cost you a pretty penny. I mean, that's one thing. Like, I don't know. Like I think like phones and not really tablets anymore, but like phones are what get people big. I mean, I think a lot of the guys that you see that are pretty big have done phones at some point. But Roger, like you said, phones are expensive as crap. Plus, I don't know. For me, phones don't really do it for me. Like I don't know. Like I'm an Android fan. I've never had Apple or anything like that, but being with Android, I pay attention to phones when I'm in the market to buy a new phone. I don't really care about necessarily what's going on in the phone market while I'm not really in the market for a new phone. If that makes sense. Like I don't want to spend the effort into doing all the research on different phones and stuff like that just to not really necessarily need it just for giggles. That's not really my thing. I don't know, man. That's a big name. I mean, I hadn't really heard much about them until GearBest. You know, I'd done some shopping on there, but they make freaking like everything. They make like robotic vacuums. They make a little bit of everything. So they'd be a good brand to to get with, to not just do phones, but to do other things with them. Did you send your review to them or GearBest or anything, Roger, to see if you couldn't get some help out from them or kind of get in with them or anything? Yeah, no, exactly. With what you're interested in. I mean, so far I've done a lot of headphones, more headphones than what I think I really want to do. I think I've got one more pair that I've had a company send me. I'm going to review those, and I think I'm going to kind of call it quits on doing headphones for a while. It's not that I don't like headphones, but I mean, they get old. I mean, headphones don't really change too much. I mean, the last pair I reviewed from Basin, I mean, they're actually wired versus being Bluetooth, which is different. So I almost felt like it was worth doing the video just because they weren't Bluetooth, that they were still different. So, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Favorite tech item to review. I mean, I mentioned it earlier. I know you just kind of jumped onto the stream. I was telling Roger this in the test stream that I had going on earlier. I think the coolest thing that I've reviewed so far is actually what I've got my phone mounted to now. So I've partnered with Blitzwolf, and they've actually sent me a tripod selfie stick combo type thing. So selfie sticks suck. Like no one wants those anymore. Tim, God, why couldn't I remember your name earlier? So thanks, Roger, for calling that out. But hey, Tim, if you're homesick, where are you at? Are you on work or something like that? But anyways, but it's a tripod for your phone, which is what my phone's mounted to now. But it also has like an arm on it, like a selfie stick would. So it's a tripod. It's got the variable height, like I can do this and that's just directly from the tripod itself. But then it can be used as a selfie stick as well. So not really probably great for vloggers so much, but it's kind of neat in this usage where you can kind of have, if you want to do a live stream or if you want to do something where your phone's just sitting still, this thing will use it. So favorite kind of tech so far has been the one-off stuff that I haven't seen before. Headphones are okay because you get good sounding headphones if you like music out of the deal. But, I mean, headphones are headphones. So you reached out to Xiaomi everywhere and then you didn't hear back from him. That's perfect. That was worth all your effort, right? Did you reach out to GearBest? I know you mentioned working with them too. Yep, that coffee's still really hot. Okay, so GearBest made you laugh. What did they say when they got back to you? But only if I work for them for at least 2. What? I've never heard that before. How the crap does that work? Like, what is that? Like a part-time, like a perk of a part-time employee? They send you products. How does that work? Did you Hey Jeff, how you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. Roger, you gotta get back to me, man. I'm curious how. Did you ask GearBest more details on that? Hey, we'll send you a robotic vacuum and you sign this contract to work for us for 2 hours a day for the next 365 days. That'll make up for it. That's so weird. Become a full-time affiliate. More products. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Is that their whole affiliate program? Like I knew they had one, but like I didn't realize it was kind of weird like that. I don't know. But how do you do the whole working for them? How do you do the whole working for them for 2 hours a day? Like how do they know? Like do they want you talking to companies trying to sell it to people? Like I don't follow. Jeff, how you doing, man? What are you up to? What's on the plate for you? What are you working on? Tim, same for you. You never got back to me, dude. You're homesick. Why? Oh, you're physical. Oh, you were at home sick. Ha. Yeah, that went right over the top of that head. Oh, that sucks, man. Is it like stomach bug, like vomiting, or the other end of it? You don't have to go into details, please. Save me from that. I don't I don't need to hear it. I had some kind of was it me? No, it wasn't me or my daughter. Yeah, my daughter had a viral thing going on a couple of weeks back. It sucked. Like it was around Easter. Actually, she's been sick the last 2 Easters because we couldn't go to like the like the city ran Easter egg hunt where we live at, which kind of sucked for her. I mean, she doesn't know any better. She's only 3, so she doesn't really know what an Easter egg hunt is. Steve, how you doing, man? Yeah, it is my first live stream. It's going swimmingly now that everyone's deciding to show up finally. Roger's kind of quiet. He kind of can't really carry a live stream there for me. No, I'm kidding. So they check your sales. I mean, that's an interesting concept. I don't understand I still don't understand it necessarily, but that's probably why you're not signing up for it, right? That was aimed at Roger. So Jeff, you're working 14-hour shifts at work all week. Aside from that, brainstorming either a video gear video or a smart speaker. Not sure which way. So what do you do for your 9 to 5? Well, more like your 7 to 9. That sucks, man. 14 hours. That's I work an office job for 8 hours, and that sucks. Let alone 14-hour days. Steve, what are you up to, man? Hanging out? Oh, we got John in the building. What's up, man? How you doing? Steely Scott, good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. I wondered if you're going to come by. Oh, a copier technician? Yeah, so you get called out when everyone's mad that they can't print, huh? Like, do you go on site to customers, or do they send the stuff to you? How's that work out for you? John, what are you up to, man? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Scott, how about you? What are you up to? Steve, you're hanging out if you can get off your butt. Yeah, that will do it. Ed, how are you, man? No, you're fine, dude. Don't worry about it. I had planned on having this thing go for, I don't know, like an hour, maybe, just to kind of give it a shot, see who all showed up, see what we could talk about. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, John. Looking forward to the show. 10 to 12 sites per day for copy technique. Like, oh man. Dude, I don't know. Copiers are a thing. Copiers are great when they work, and then when they don't, the whole office building hates them. So, I mean, it could be good for you though, right? Because you're the white knight that shows up and makes the copier work again, but then you're right back there 2 weeks later. Well, now the chat's going too fast. I think I already talked to you, Steve, with your video. I think. Get off your butt and shoot, though. Stick around here, just like keep this running in the background if you have to. I need to get that view time up, So do me a favor, keep that going in the background, but then just go shoot your A-roll if you need it. If you need it in the background of your video, I mean, put a little subtitle at the bottom saying that it's me. I mean, you can. I'm not stopping you. Ed, what are you up to, man? We actually still have fax at work. It's all through IP now, though, which is kind of weird. But like you scan your document into your computer, and then there's a software that's browser based or something like that, and you can still fax from that. It's kind of weird, but Ed, what'd you finish up editing on, man? Roger, I missed a couple messages from you, man. Plans for the next few weeks. Content reviews. So reviews are kind of on a hold for the next week or so. I don't know if you guys are able to tell, and I was kind of waiting until more people showed up so I could ask this question. But so my Canon 70D is my main shooter for all my videos. I shot my A-roll for my last video on my 70D, and went to shoot my B-roll last week, and the camera just wouldn't turn on. Like, just no go. Tried multiple batteries. Tried the OEM battery. I even tweeted about it where I thought the batteries were just dead. The camera body just would not turn on. Like, opened the battery door, made sure that the pressure switch under there was kosher, made sure the SD card was in all right, made sure the lens was on and everything. The camera just wouldn't work. So I finished the rest of my last video. If you haven't watched it already, I did all the B-roll on my Galaxy S8 Plus, which I'm okay with it. I mean, the quality in it wasn't what I wanted it to be, but I didn't really have much of a choice. I was asked to get that video out, or I at least committed to getting that video out last Wednesday. So I was up till 3 in the morning editing, and then I finally got that video out. So I was glad I finally got it out. But I really don't like shooting on my phone. I've had a few people tell me that they couldn't tell the difference, which is great. I mean, that just is like a testament towards if all you have is your phone, then use it. But I went ahead and set my camera off to Canon, and I'm waiting for them to actually send it back. So that was a long story, but my normal shooting schedule for me is I usually release every other week. I get one night a week. My wife and I, she gets Tuesday nights, I get Wednesday nights to kind of do my thing. So I'll script things like that, during the week or whatever, and then I'll shoot on Wednesdays. So this Wednesday is my off week. So I wanted to try the live streams and see how they work out. Viper's been killing it with the live streams lately, and they seem like a lot of fun having everyone get in, just talk the talk, just be able to actually talk tech and just shoot the breeze with some friends that you talk online all the time with. So so this week it's just the live stream. After this, I'm going to go get owned in Fortnite because I'm not very good at it. And actually, so on that side tangent, I had 5 kills in a match of solos last night. Had the orange. So what is that, like legendary heavy shotgun? So just obliterates everybody. I ended up dying because I couldn't outrun the frickin' storm. So I was too busy going after the last couple guys in that area that I totally forgot about the storm, and I got owned by the friggin' thing that you're not really supposed to ever get owned by. So that was mildly frustrating. But so that takes care of, Roger, I think that takes care of a couple of your questions. Let me go back through and see what Steve did to kill the chat, apparently. Oh, so we started talking about fax machines. That's good in 2018. That's awesome. So top tech under 30. Ed, do you want to give me an idea of like what kind of products? Like, is there a theme to it? Is there, what are you looking at product wise? Fax machine and a pineapple? Do it. Seems like your rock video did pretty well, if I'm not mistaken. That was fun. S8 Plus, yeah, Jeff, I've had it since release. Yeah, I pre-ordered it and actually got it on release last year. So I've had it. I was actually at Walmart tonight. Was using the restroom and kind of bent over to pull up my pants without giving too much information. And I've got a button-up shirt on. I have my S8 right here. I've been running it naked here recently with a pop socket, and it fell out of my pocket and face first down on the actual tile floor, and I about crapped my pants after already having crapped my pants, if you catch my drift. So my phone's fine, but I was kind of worried that I just shattered my screen on my phone because I'm running it naked. But Tim, get out of here, man. Get to feeling better. Hope you get over the crap you're dealing with. Overhead shots. They're unique, Ed. They're and Steve, Ed, I think let me know if you're still using that overhead rig that we talked about. Ed, there was a video that I found on YouTube a while back where you could actually build your own overhead rig by using some like box tubing and stuff from Home Depot. I think like $20 maybe to make like an overhead kind of rig for your tripod. It works out great, but I don't know if that's even what you need. Yeah, so Steve's still using it, so he loves it. If you're interested, I've got the video. Steve, if you want to send it to me, you can. I can always do it after stream. That's fine. But it's just I don't know. It took me like an hour or two maybe to put it together, and that's what I do all my overhead shots with. So overhead's different. I do all of my like thumbnails are overhead shots now. They don't all need to be, but they just kind of are. Then my unboxings are as well. So I used to just always have my camera angled down at the product, but now I've started doing them overhead. I may change that up. I've done this. Oh, excuse me. I've done it the same way for the last like 3 or 4 videos. So I may change that. So that's the second time the stream's died on me. So thanks for sticking around. But what was I tell you? Oh, Scott, get out here, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hopefully it's back, Steve. Hopefully. I've had it drop twice on me now, so it's the only downside, I think, of using your phone with Wi-Fi. Yeah, Ed, shooting overhead, it takes getting used to it. I mean, you just got to keep doing it to kind of get the repetitiveness of it done. So you kind of get used to it more. But yeah, good luck with that. Oh, Jeff, all your stuff is shot on the S8 Plus? Dude, good for you, man. Honestly, I didn't know that. So that's another... It's nuts, man, how you can... God, it blows my mind. When you look at your phone screen, like, to me, I can tell... to me, I think it looks like crap. But really, after that video went live, like, you really can't tell that it was shot on a phone versus, like, a 1080, DSLR or something like that. It's kind of... It's surprising and shocking. I mean, JD Tech TV, I think up until 10,000 subs, didn't even have a DSLR. He was just running and gunning on his iPhone. Don't quote me on the model. Like an iPhone 7 Plus, maybe. I don't remember. But so like, there's 10,000 subs using a flippin' phone. Like, I know you hear like Sean Cannell at Think Media and all the kind of the YouTube gurus and stuff like that, always just using your phone. You just use whatever you have, and if that's your phone, it's your phone. But yeah, no, yeah, Ed, I think up until around 10,000 subs, JD was using his iPhone. I don't know how he got it to look like that. It looks freaking phenomenal, but the guy knows his stuff. He did a really good job with it. So I think he's on like a T6i now, I think. So Jeff, how long have you been at it with reviews? I just recently found you in subscribe. I really found you. I saw you on Twitter and everything. But how long have you been in YouTube? Yeah, the Bokeh. I mean, I think what the S8 Plus has, like an f1.8 ish, something like that. So I mean, it does okay. So Paul Tech. I don't even know if I know who that is. Let me go figure that out. Yep, never talked to the guy. Yeah, he's at 30,000 subs. He shoots all that on his phone, huh? Yeah, that's right. You posted on Twitter about that. I need to get you some questions too for your Q&A video. So that's funny. He does budget phone reviews on probably a not budget phone. That's pretty awesome. LG Stylo 3, Alcatel phones. Yeah, so he's kind of hitting the mid-market phones, the track phones, that kind of stuff here in the US probably then. I'm pulling up your Twitter account now, Jeff, just so I remember to send you some stuff after this is over. Yeah, it's disappointing with those headphones you reviewed too. Those I'm not even going to try to say it, but the M1 headphones that you had, that's disappointing. And it was kind of different to see like a review being posted with the product being bad. Like, not your video wasn't bad at all, but I just mean like if I get a product and it sucks, like I don't even bother reviewing it. I just tell them like, hey, sorry, I can't do it. Like, it's kind of neat to have that extra layer in it where it's like, hey, I'm still going to put the time into this, but XYZ company, I'm just gonna be honest here, your product sucks. I mean, so it's kind of a different angle to take from it, but that's really cool to see. Ah, geez, we got Dave West in here, flexing his 1,000 subs all over the place. I mean, come on, Dave, get out of here. Chris, how you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. And we got Zach Talks Tech. Zach, how you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Dave, 1,000 subs, get out of here. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Yeah, no, you're welcome, dude. I was telling Roger on the test stream that I did earlier. I had a pair of headphones that were sent out to me that were true wireless headphones. Like, they had like the rechargeable case and everything. I was like super pumped. I think like you were with these M1 headphones. But I actually had the company sent me 3 pairs. Like, the first pair, they worked, but like the battery, like they would just kick on random. So I'd be watching YouTube in my bedroom and they would connect to the Bluetooth headphones in my office. Like, I wasn't doing anything with them. I didn't power them on. They would just turn on. So they sent me another pair. After I got that pair, I couldn't get them to connect anymore. They sent me another pair, couldn't get those to connect, and they wanted to send me a fourth pair. And I was like, you know, I feel like I'm going to snap my phone in half. It's about every 8 minutes I get disconnected from my Wi-Fi for some reason. I'm going to unplug my battery here. I don't know if that's going to make any difference at all, but I'm tired of losing you guys there. So thanks for sticking around for a couple seconds. Yeah, no, so they were going to send me 4 pair, like the fourth pair, and I was like, you know, hey, dude, like even if this fourth pair works, like I'm going to have to note it that these things, like that I seriously had to go through 4 pairs of them, so I don't know. Hey, Steve, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Good luck with your shoot tonight. If you could compare that pineapple to that fax machine, that'd be perfect. Chris, what are you working on, man? I know you just posted a video today, so you may be taking it easy, but what are you looking at next? Hey, Zach, you're probably already gone, man, but thank you for stopping by. Dave, you're on the 8 Plus. Oh, Ed, you went with the red version. I should have known that. All right, who else did I miss? Did I miss anyone? Ed, Steve said he went ahead and messaged you the link for the overhead rig, so check that out if you haven't already. Oh, the AC? It's actually my fan. Hold on. Thanks for saying something, dude. Like, I've been here for 37 minutes and no one has said anything. Okay, so I think I'm caught up. I think. Is that better for your sensitive ears, Dave? Dave, what are you doing up? No, that's not weird, right? You're working? Yeah. On a video or just like actual work? Where am I? I'm at home. No, I'm kidding. I live in Illinois, so Viper's up in Chicago, and I'm about 4.5, 5 hours south of him. So without giving away too much detail there, I guess. Middle of the cornfields, though. There is nothing hopping around me at all. Actual work, but on break. Well, thanks for stopping by on your break. That is precious time. That's freaking precious. So, in fact, you're spending it with me. That's cool. Thanks, man. Now that I had to turn down my AC, thanks, Dave. I'll roll up my sleeves some more. Jeez. Me? A collab with Viper? Dude, I'd totally do it. I think it'd be awesome to get into like a group, like a group collab on that one or something. I don't know. Get us all talking about apps or something. I don't know. That'd be kind of fun. We gotta ride that guy's hype train, man. Being over here in the States, Ed, I'm no-go on the OnePlus launch, but Roger, did you get tickets? I don't know. You probably didn't. I saw Ben working about it earlier. Oh, yard sale at mine. Well, I ain't got much for you to buy, man. I just had to pay Canon a whole boatload of money to fix my freaking money. You're going to the release, dude? That's awesome. Roger, I'm disappointed. I mean, not like super disappointed, but like, you know, like your mother's disappointed when you don't do the dishes. Disappointed. It's not like super disappointed, but you're going to the park. What? Yeah, dude, Jeff, send that out, man. Get your thoughts all put together. I think that's the one thing that I really like about where we're all at right now with kind of our small little group on Twitter and with this small tech YouTubers. I know there's a lot more of it out there than what we have like on this stream or even like in our groups on Twitter and stuff like that. But I love to collab with everybody, and we have a good group of guys. Like that's the really cool thing about it. And Roger, you're not joking. You're actually gonna get off this stream here in a minute. You're gonna go play at the slides at like 1:30 in the morning. That's what Roger does. It sounds really creepy now that I say that again. So sorry for making it sound like you're a creep, Roger. If we do get shout outs, thanks, Dave. Appreciate that, man. I need to watch your most recent one. If it got a Viper response, I need to figure out what he's responding to. Dave, what you should, I don't know if you get road rage at all or anything like that, but whenever you're driving your car or whatever, you should, if you have to like honk or cuss at somebody, you should just yell out our names instead. I don't know, that's stupid, but that makes my 13-year-old inside giggle a little bit. I think that's probably what you should do for shout outs. Literally shout us out. The one about Google. I'll have to watch that as soon as we get done. Studio tour. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think probably. I mean, I don't have the most beautiful setup in the world, as you can see with with my wife's desk over there. So it's a very, very functional office. So it's not super super clean. If you catch my drift, it's not like super great. But I do. I've thought about it. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's like every 6 minutes for some reason. That's annoyingly frustrating. But yeah, no, with office tours, you kind of feel like you have to. I don't know, man. You watch like all the setup videos and crap like that, and everyone just they blow it out of the park. Like they do so good with it because they've got lights on everything and everything like that. I don't know. It's one of those things where you kind of struggle with it yourself. Whereas, like, if it's really gonna be like if yours is gonna be worth it compared to someone else's, but I don't know. We could have some real #real talk here if you want to talk about struggles of an influencer. God dang it! If you guys haven't already, please do. So Steve with the Evnos channel has struggles of an influencer YouTube channel, where he basically I know he talks about stuff that all of you have probably dealt with already, and if you haven't already, you're going to. But yeah, so that's the struggle of mine. So the office tour, I'd love to do one. I just haven't, because you feel like you have to kind of meet like the MKBHD or the TLD, like Jonathan Morrison version of office tours where everything is just like on fire. You don't have to. I mean, hell, I could just take my phone around now and show you guys what my office looks like, and you'd probably be happy with that. But cable management's key. That's true, and I don't have very good cable management. I have no, it's not good at all. If you saw what my microphone situation was right now, it's not very good. Roger, office, yeah, dude, I think yours would be great. I mean, you're like, without going back on what I just said, like I know yours would look like an MKBHD or a Jonathan Morrison or an Austin Evans. Like, I know you'd kill it. Like, it just means if you've got the time and you want to do it, like, I'm sure it would friggin' slay when it comes to the views. Jeff, corner of the bedroom is about it. So when I first started when I first started doing YouTube, my old house was like 850 square feet. So it wasn't very big at all. It didn't have room for anything, like, didn't have any room. So our garage was big enough that we actually built an office out in the garage where I had like a space heater when it was cold outside to keep the room cold or hot. And then I had a window air conditioner unit to keep the room cool. And that was what I did some of my first videos in. It was the same thing, like where I had this desk back here is the desk that I used out there, and that's what I shot on all of my shot all my earlier videos on. But everything was shot on that. Like that was the amount of area that I had to work out in that office. It was like a 6 foot wide by 12 foot deep, so it was really like a deep room, but it wasn't very wide, so I couldn't get real creative with the camera shots. So yeah, that's where I started. So I can feel your pain, dude. But yours is probably worse than what mine was because you have a corner of a bedroom. So that's not a 6 by 12 room. Let's all club together for a 50,000 red. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna pass on that monster of a freaking task, Dave. I'm gonna stay away from that, dude. Roger being the British MKBHD. This guy, he's gonna blow up, man. I think all of us know that he's going to. He's just got to get that right person's got to watch, or that right. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be fun to watch when it does. Chris, Roger, you need to be on camera more. He loves hearing that, guys. Make sure you tell Roger he needs to be on camera more often. He loves being on camera. You have an office nook, Ed. Literally the corner of a small New York City apartment. So you're actually in New York City? That's awesome. Well, it's awesome because I live in the cornfields. Like, I don't know, it probably sucks in real life, but you need to buy more polo neck shirts. I personally think you need to buy more turtlenecks. I'll tell you what, man, those shirts look freaking comfortable as crap. I'll tell you that. So Ed, have you always lived out in New York City? This autofocus is driving me nuts. I don't even know about you guys, but that's annoying. Yeah, your whole life. My sister used to live out in New York City. I think she lives in Boston now. She's that's like my stepsister technically. So like when my parents got married, I was 10. I think like my stepdad and my mom now, like they're married now. I think I was 10 when they got married. It was back in 1998. My sister was 18 already at the time. So it's like she went to Texas for school. So I never really hung around her. But I think she lived in New York City for a few years. Got pregnant with twins, and then her and her husband very quickly got out of the city. And I think they went to Boston. I'm sure cost of living is substantially lower there than what it is in the city. Pro mode on the S8 Plus manual focus is a godsend. Figured that out after like 40. Dude, so when my Canon went down the other day and I was in full on panic mode, I first started shooting on my Nexus 6. They say to start on your phone. I know I just said that earlier. Like I'm using my Nexus 6 now. Like I still have it. But it was rough, man. I used like open camera to try to keep like, the exposure locked and everything like that. So when I panicked, I didn't even bother trying to learn the pro mode on the S8. I just went to open camera. So I used open camera on my S8 Plus and I got the video done. But the more I tinkered with the S8 Plus pro mode, that would have been so much easier. I don't know why I didn't just freaking take 15 minutes and learn that. But it was like 8 o'clock at night. I had to get that video done that night. So I just went back. I just reverted back to what I knew and got it done. But having tinkered with that, I may give that a go. I think it would be really fun to get everyone to understand that I'm on a DSLR 98% of the time, and then just like throw a random video in there that's shot on my phone and see if anyone notices. I'm almost positive no one's going to say anything because they're not going to notice a difference. But that'd be kind of fun. I don't know. All right, Dave, I don't understand the throwing the bloody milk tray in the bin. I don't get the reference to that. Apparently you and Roger understand that one. But Roger, you've got good presence in front of the camera, dude. Like you really, it's a lot better than what you give yourself credit for. As it was your first review, it was in my backyard at Lincoln Center. Oh, do I want a Google Milk Tray, man? Like, that doesn't even sound safe for work, even let alone for home. Milk Tray, man. 80s Cadbury Milk Tray. Is that what we're talking about? Oh! Dude, that's so great. The shirt, that's it. Is that like an English thing? I've not. That is freaking hilarious. That's. I shouldn't find that as funny as I do. That's. Jeez. Roger, get someone else to record your script and you can dub your voices and then. I mean, it would work. I mean, think about it. Get them to read off the script. You could then sync the audio in post. Totally work. Well, that's the thing. Like, I get Dave mixed up because of his profile pic. I don't remember who I get him mixed up with. But when he said he was still at work, I was like, wait, what? So Dave, with you being over there, where do you work at? I mean, I know you've done some of your videos, if I'm not mistaken, from your desk at work, but like, I never actually thought to ask what your work was. Hey Chris, how's your giveaway for the Basin headphones going? Looks like it's working for the for your sub count. Good for you, man. Dan Gage. Dave, that's who I get you mixed up with. I don't know if you follow him at all. I think you probably do. But with just the black and white profile pictures, I have to like specifically pay attention to who I'm talking to or who I'm reading to make sure I understand. So I don't get you guys mixed up. 20 plus subs since I started. Yeah, good for you, man. I'm glad that's working out so well. Ladies love Milk Tray. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't. I've never even heard of Milk Tray until these corny Brits brought it up. I don't know. So my last giveaway. So I did the one with Wyziv on the phone holder. It did pretty well. I then did. I'm trying to think. I've had like 3 giveaways back to back. I think maybe it's just been the 2. Oh, the Origin headphones I did. They had a giveaway going with it, but they weren't actually doing it through me. So I guess that's technically the last 3 videos I've had a giveaway associated with. But the Origin one, I didn't benefit from it all. The Wyziv one did pretty well. This last one with Basin really hasn't been doing as well as what I was hoping it was going to do. I've gotten a ton of followers on Twitter and Facebook here recently, so I thought maybe it was... I'm going to murder it. I'm going to murder the app right in the face. How I do that, I don't know. I'm going to do it. So headphone, the last giveaway that I've done, it not as good as what I hoped. Not as good as I hoped. I've had... What? How many people have joined? 28 people. So 20 people have actually joined the giveaway, but not all those are gained subs. So those are probably some of you guys, which is great. If you guys haven't already, I do have a giveaway for a pair of Basin B-Singer BC100s, which that's a mouthful, but they're in-ear monitors that I just reviewed back on the channel. So make sure you check that out if you haven't already. But there is a giveaway with that. So it's got. Right now, there's only 29 people that are in it, so there's a pretty good chance that you could still win. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see here, Elijah, you're back. It feels awesome being famous. Thank you very much. Just so you guys don't think I'm being arrogant, Elijah's a friend of mine from church, so it's a constant thing that he gives me a hard time with. Oh, now we've got Ed making "That's What She Said" jokes. That's where we're at right now. Favorite headphones? No, dude, you don't have to apologize for anything. Don't worry about it. Not a big deal. Let's see here. I'm looking it up on my Amazon orders because I don't remember what the brand of them was, but they're actually over-ear headphones. They're sound canceling or noise canceling. They're pretty good. Let's see, who are these from? So they're from Idea USA, active noise canceling Bluetooth headphones. So I love the Bose QC35s. Absolutely love them. I can't freaking, I'm not going to pay $350 for a pair of headphones. I just can't do it. So these headphones are pretty close. I mean, they're $70. If you are interested in them though, they go on sale all the time. But they've got the Bose look to them. They've got the Bose feel to them. They do have like a carbon fiber look on the outside, like around the top of the headband and on the ear cups themselves, which is pretty nice. But they're super, super comfortable. So they're Bluetooth, but then they come with a 3.5 millimeter cable as well. So that's nice. But those are my favorite headphones. So when it comes to in-ear headphones, these Basin headphones are pretty solid. I like them quite a bit. So they're probably going to replace the these things, the AKGs that came with my S8 Plus. I always keep a pair of corded headphones with me at all time, just in case. Yeah. So those Idea USA headphones. I think Carl Conrad did a video on those in one of his bazillion top tech videos that he did. AKG, I think they're supposed to be good overall. I mean, they partnered with Samsung for the S8 Plus, and I think they're still coming in the box with the S9s. So at the time, they really promoted them as like being $100 headphones. You know, they're great. They're $100 equivalent of headphones. And everyone's like, oh, I'm getting these great headphones. Well, now you can get them on eBay for like $5 or $10 a pair because like everybody got a pair that bought one of those phones. So they're not bad at all. Like they have a mic, they have an inline mic, right there. It's an inline mic with, that's my coffee cup that's dinging, but it's got the clicky buttons and the play pause and the volume. So I mean, it's not for being free with a pair of phones, like a phone, that's not bad at all. The Carl Con, dude, I will take that as a freaking compliment. Give me a second here. Elijah asked me a question. What do I plan for the future of my channel? I will get to that in a second. That's kind of a heavy, big question. Maybe it doesn't need to be, but. So Carl Conrad, yeah, I'll take any kind of compliments on the Carl Conrad hair. He's got pretty dope hair. I don't know. I don't know. I got like this side part thing going on, slick back look. Carl, he is pretty slick. I do like his stuff. I don't watch him as much as I used to. I feel like a lot of his videos lately have been like what's in my tech bag videos. Like, oh, hey, I'm traveling this month. Here's an updated video. Oh, hey, I'm traveling next month. Here's another video. Like I don't know. To me, it seems like it's some of the same stuff, just different month. I mean, that's kind of like what the Top Tech series is, but I don't know. It's kind of like what's in your tech bag from month to month. Probably doesn't really change that much when you think about it. I don't know. That's me. I think he had a couple videos that were pretty close together that just kind of seemed like the same thing. I'm still subbed to him. I just don't necessarily check out all of his stuff. So, let's see. Soundstage on the AKG is incredible. It's been a while. It honestly has been a while since I've listened to those headphones. But for being in the box, for being free, they are pretty phenomenal. That is very true. Let's see here. Matesh, thanks for joining, dude. Thanks for subbing too. I appreciate that. How you doing? What are you up to? Yeah, go ahead and postpone that tech bag video, Dave. If you could just never do one of those, that would be great. Okay, so going back to Elijah, so he did ask a question on the future of the channel. So I think right now the channel's the goal is to kind of keep doing what I've been doing, but still kind of throw in better B-roll. I think, you know, I've kind of gotten into my comfort zone with it, and I kind of want to challenge that a little bit more. I've not shot outside for anything yet. I kind of set my camera on manual based off of settings from a Jeremy Judkins video that I did. So shooting outside, getting into different situations than just kind of being in a sterile office environment is probably what I look into doing. I'm still going to do product reviews. I mean, that's the biggest thing, but I'm loving this live stream thing, so maybe I'll throw a couple of those in there each week. Not each week, but like every other week or once or twice a month or something like that. Just throw it in there. Excuse me, and just keep throwing out great content that hopefully everyone likes. So, good question though, man. Thank you. So Matesh, dude, can you tell me how to say it? Matesh, is that right? Matesh. It has to be Matesh. Hopefully that's right. But yeah, dude, I can understand wanting to work on a video. There's been several times where I've wanted to actually work on a video that night, and I just kind of go, nah, I'm good. I'll play Fortnite and get owned instead. So Roger, I think when your channel gets huge, it's probably very hard to keep on level with your subscribers. A lot of them end up making whatever they think works best. I think you're probably not wrong at all, man. I think there's a difference between like the MKBHDs where they have very targeted content. They know exactly what they're going for. They have their niche. That's their thing. Carl, I think he's working like full time at another job. So he's still doing the YouTube side hustle, but he works with BMW and other brands. So he's kind of like not necessarily the best of both worlds, because I'm sure he'd love to not be doing a full-time gig other than YouTube. But you're probably right. I think his time is probably restricted, that he's just doing the videos that he can and that he thinks will do well. I mean, the guy's almost got like 400,000 subs, so it's not like it's not working for him. It just maybe not for me at this time. So A-roll, B-roll. Let's talk about that a little bit. Yeah, so when it comes to A-roll, B-roll, A-roll for me is actually more fun to record, just because I think more personality can come through. I don't know what this is gonna do, but it's gonna damage something. Anyways, welcome back to my stream for the 5th time. So A-roll, B-roll. I like shooting A-roll. I'm trying to get more of my personality through A-roll. So trying to be a little more lighthearted and not just so whatever. B-roll, honestly, I don't look forward to doing B-roll. I don't mind doing it, but it's definitely not my favorite thing to do. I'm not gonna lie about that at all. And Chris, yes, your B-roll has been getting better. Not that it was ever bad to begin with, but you can tell that you're improving. I don't know why I turned my head, because my microphone's right here, so you heard me cough either way. So that was good. Chris, you're up in Canada, right? If I'm not mistaken, because every time you do a video, you have Canadian pricing up there. So I'm assuming that's where you're from. So Jeff, I suck at B-roll, just trying to improve. Except for my last video, I did a few shots, but gave up when I realized there was no real point in showcasing the product. Yeah, well, that's a very good point. Yeah, I've got this desk that I can work with now. Before, like I mentioned, I just had that glass desk back there. Is what I shot all my B-roll on. Now I've got this wooden desk that all my thumbnails are shot on. I've got a white IKEA cabinet. One IKEA trip got me 3 filing cabinets, a storage cabinet for all the crap that I keep getting sent or that I mean to return, not return, but to review. And it got me the also famous fake plant that every tech YouTuber has to have. Chris, I guarantee you have this same exact plant. I almost guarantee this exact same plant. So yeah, so I've got a little bit more to play with when it comes to B-roll. I just haven't, I don't know. I need to enjoy that better than what I do. I enjoy the editing more than anything. So the A-roll is fun. The editing is the most fun part. Ed, you're not a tech reviewer until you get that plant. So I'm going to need you to pick up on that plant now. Sorry to break it to you. It's just like one of the requirements. So Elijah, what inspired me to live stream today? Honestly, Viper, who I don't know if he's still on the stream or not, has been doing it. He's been doing Veda, which is video every day, April, or vlog I've heard it said a couple of different ways, but he's been doing some live streams every couple of days or every few days to kind of count as his upload for the day, and he seems like he was having a good time with it. I mean, it's fun, doesn't take a whole lot of effort, but you can talk about things, let people kind of get to know you a little bit better as a person. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and do this today. Good question. Thanks, man. I'm catching back up through so Vancouver, British Columbia. So do you actually live in, I don't know how that works. Do you live in the city or do you live in a suburb? Chris, let me know. Yeah, there's a ton of tech YouTubers up in Canada, it seems like. So Ed, with your B-roll, just a bunch of back and forth, up and down. Yeah, I can understand that. That was a lot of what I first started with, but you don't have to get creative with your shots. I mean, you don't have to. So I never feel like you have to have like an angled shot or like a up down or a bottom up. You don't have to have that stuff. But you can do a lot of fun stuff with a tripod that you probably don't think you can do. It's not going to be like perfectly smooth, but like sometimes you just take your tripod, take the 2 legs, put it in the front, and actually take your tripod and go towards your product and come back out of it. Like that shot alone looks dope as crap, and it takes almost no time to do it at all. So look into doing that. Look into just other easy B-roll shots that you can do. You can probably just type into YouTube like easy B-roll shots or something like that. Yeah, and also hit up Dave. I'm sure that guy has a boatload of information too, so definitely reach out to him. He's always wanting to help people. That's awesome. Jeff, your YouTuber plant is growing well. Update coming soon. But it's a fake plant? How? Eh? I need to get my phone out of the view there. What do we got here? Funko Pops, Dave, Amazon. Almost every one of them I've gotten from Amazon. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got the whole Justice League, which is 6. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 others that are just Batman. One of them I got from a Loot Crate exclusive, which I actually bought from a friend of mine because I don't do Loot Crate. But yeah, Amazon. You can get them at Walmart now. They've got the new Avengers Infinity War Funkos at Walmart now for like $8.78, something like that a piece, which is usually cheaper than what Amazon is. So if you can find the one that you want at, well, you're British. I don't even know if you have Walmart. And I think you're leaving, so why am I talking? No, I'm kidding. Dave, thanks for stopping by, man. But yeah, Amazon, get them there. Matisse, I feel like you said something. What did you say? Might have to do one of these. Yeah, dude, live streams. I don't know. It felt weird about it. I was kind of nervous earlier, but then once you kind of get going, it's really not too bad. I think it's fun to kind of John Prosser said it the other day from Front Page Tech. He said that, you know, if you follow me on Twitter, it's because you know what, like you know when his shows are going to go live. You know what his content's going to be about. If you follow him on Twitter, it's because you want to know more. You probably want to know more about him. So that's kind of my thought process on it, and kind of why I also justified doing this tonight was, if people hop onto the live stream, they kind of want to get to know me a little bit more. Excuse me. But also kind of I want to be able to share that too, because like you said, you can only get so much across in a video about your personality. So let's see here. 30 minutes outside of Vancouver. Okay, well, that makes sense. Mitesh, I'm gonna have to check out your stuff, man. Honestly, up until I think today or yesterday, I hadn't even heard of you. No offense, but I'm pulling you up, and we'll have to take a look at your stuff whenever we get done with the live stream. Dream camera, Roger. I don't necessarily have a dream camera. I've got a 70D when it works, which is pretty awesome. It works out great for what I need it to. I think if Canon came out with a 4K camera, that would be awesome. I have no intention of going to 4K anytime soon. I know most viewers are probably on mobile, so we almost all have a 4K screen in our pocket, but I think a certain YouTuber that I know, that I think his name is it ends with Odger, something like that. Anyway, I think his last video was 1080p versus 4K, and I honestly couldn't tell a difference. So I think that the 70D is probably where I'm going to stick at until there's just something that's just like just blows the camera tech market out of the water. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. All right, let's see here. Now we're back up to where Dave left. Nick, hey man, how you doing, dude? Long time. Long time no here. I don't know. You just released a video today. So, weirdest product people have asked you to review that you've had to decline. Honestly, I don't think I've had anything like super weird. I know if you look on Reddit, on some of like the product testing sites and stuff like that, like there's a lot of sex toys on there and stuff. I haven't been offered any of that stuff. So that stuff's out there if you're interested in it, but obviously I'm not. So, I think I've been offered some just like random, like non-tech related stuff. I think like just the other day, one of the contacts from a company I know asked me to review a back support brace, which is kind of random and weird. It kind of, like it went over both shoulders and then connected to the back. It almost reminded me of a bra, just minus the cups. But it's supposed to like help keep your back straight like that. He wanted me to review that, and I had to kind of like say no to that. It's kind of weird. How about you? What, I know you've done quite a few at this point. So what's the weirdest thing you've had to turn down? Let's see. Where am I at in chat here? Most people in this chat, I think I met on Twitter first through other YouTubers. Yeah, dude. Mitesh, the like Twitter. Hey, Ed's wife. I don't know your name, but nice to meet you virtually. Something like that. Yeah. So that was one thing. So Sean from Think Media, they always talk about kind of getting into kind of just what helps grow you on YouTube is not just you making content, but also like the people around you. Like I think a lot of my subscribers are just you guys. So Ed, Nick, Viper today. But getting involved with the community around you that are doing the same thing that you're doing will help you grow. And not just from the immediate, growth from like, hey, you subscribed to me, but now you're more likely to probably go ahead and share my stuff on Twitter and stuff like that. So now your viewers could potentially be my viewers. So kind of getting networked together like all of us have been doing. I mentioned this earlier in the live stream, and we're over an hour and 17 minutes into this at this point. But yeah, brain fart. Lost it. Don't know where I was going with that. Oh, just having this community where we all just support each other. It's really cool. I don't know. Interacting on Twitter has been a big thing, just because it's fun to talk with everyone that's in the same kind of boat that we're all in, but then it also helps you network. So that's kind of up until a few months ago, though. What I was getting at originally with Sean Cannell, they said, get that group of people, get in that niche, get those people that you can talk to. And I've been talking with Steve from Eveno's channel for a long time, and up until here recently with Roger and Dave and all of you other guys that have kind of come along as well. It was just me, for me at least, I just had him to talk to. So it's been nice to have more people to kind of reach out, talk to. So always stick around and don't just lurk, stay a part of the conversation. But is she giggling daddily though? I'm gonna leave that one alone. You guys, I don't really care about that. Okay, all right. So Elijah, Sony has some pretty great cameras out now. You're right. So I don't know really the whole difference between the A series and the R series. So they have like the A7 III, I think, and the AR. No, that's not right. No, they wouldn't call it AR. Wrong method. Yeah, either way, A6500, R6500, either way. The Sony stuff is great because it's got the 4K, but the one thing that I don't like is the flip out screen. It doesn't have a flip out screen, so I think that alone would be enough of a reason to keep me from wanting to do Sony. So I mean, really, right now it's the Canon's still only on 1080p, but they've got the flip out screen. Panasonic has it too, but Roger, you can kind of speak to this a little bit more. I think you're not real happy with the autofocus on your G7. So I mean, I don't plan on moving from Canon anytime soon. The Sony stuff is great. A lot of the vloggers are with it. I know that there's some tech YouTubers that are on it as well, but I don't think that they're necessarily the ones that are using it. Other than like Carl Conrad, who seems like he's Sony everything. I think most guys are probably sticking with like Tim was saying earlier, he's still on a camcorder. So having that flip out screen, I think, is a big deal for a lot of us, and Sony just doesn't have that. Yeah, Ed, I thought when you first started coming around, I first started seeing your name. I thought you already had an established channel, but then like the more I got to reading, you were still establishing your channel, which is great. I mean, it's awesome that one, you reached out to the people that you did, but then two, it just speaks to the group of guys with, I don't know where all that dirt came from. I've been sitting in this chair for an hour and a half, and that just either way. Kudos to you for reaching out to us and not just going, oh, they're too big, they're not going to want to talk to me. But then two, it just speaks to everyone in this group that we've got so far that most of us, I think that you reached out to probably in some way helped you, gave you some tips, gave you some help, and that stuff's really cool. I mean, it's really easy to take that stuff for granted, but it was really cool. It's cool and fun to watch as well, because your success is your success, but when you involve us and get others' opinions, when you do well, it's kind of like we're doing well too, if that makes sense. So that's kind of neat. Nick, you were recently asked to review a Wi-Fi endoscope. Great for looking deep in your ears and nostrils and streaming the footage to your mobile. Dude, that sounds awesome. I don't know what use I would have for that. I sure as crap wouldn't be sticking it up my nose or in my ear myself, but why? What? Like, if you're not a vet, why would you be using it in the first place? I don't understand that at all. I don't know, that's weird, but that also sounds like it could have been a lot of fun. I don't know how you would have reviewed it, but it would have been a lot of fun. Just stick it down your drain. Just stick it down your drain, maybe? I don't know, hairballs? I don't know. G7 is awful for autofocus. Luckily, I mainly focus every shot, but dude, I don't know how you manually focus everything. That just speaks to your skills even more. I'm not trying to make your ego be that way. Look good? So I'm testing if it's freezing up or not. No, I think we're good. All right. That's frustrating again. Let's see here. Yeah, so manual focus on all your shots, dude. Like, I couldn't do it. I don't know. I would be too afraid. I've had one video that I did where I did all of the A-roll for a video, and it was out of focus. Oh, that sucked. Having all that, I had it all edited together too. I was like, oh man, that one shot looks a little out of focus. And then I went back and had a shot that actually was in focus. Like it was at the very end. Like I recorded my outro and it like put me in focus. It made the rest of the video look like trash, and it took me like 45 minutes to record that A-roll. I was not very happy about that. I don't remember what video that was, but it did not make me very happy. Yeah, it's been great meeting all the people doing the same things I'm trying to do. I just got to fight my inner introvert. Dude, Mitesh, you are 100% correct. You got to get over the whole introvertedness thing. I think that's you can probably talk to Roger about that too. But so I live in a town of about 6,000 people. Posting on YouTube whenever I'm friends with most of the kids I went to high school with. I mean, I'm 29 at this point, so it's not like that I'm friends with, or that I'm friends. I don't see 90% of the kids I went to high school with. I don't ever see them, but I'm friends with them on Facebook. So you post on Facebook or you post on YouTube, you share it on Facebook. Yes, I do. And that took me a long time, or a few videos to get through that kind of fear of posting and getting out in front of it and going, hey, this is what I'm doing. Judge the crap out of it because this is really terrible right now, but I know it's going to get better. And it has. You just have to be kind of confident in your ability that you're going to grow out of it. So I encourage you to keep going. I mean, once you get your videos done, stay in the comments. I mean, that's you have to. And then also comment on our stuff too. Comment on everyone's. I'm not making you comment on my stuff, but when I have a new video that goes live, and I'm sure Ed, Jeff, Chris, and I try to get to all you guys as best I can. But when all of us post a new video, we usually hit each other up. So like my first 10 views are probably from you guys, and my first 8 comments are from you guys as well. So that's really, again, it just falls back onto this little community that we have of creators. Geez, I was that far behind. Let's see here. Trying to do it more, talking with you guys and seeing Viper doing his thing on Twitter has been, back to Viper. Yes, that's why I'm live streaming tonight. So I've never thought about doing a live stream before, but seeing him get in front of people all the time, and again, what John Prosser said, just getting to know people. If you're following me on Twitter, it's because you want to know more. If you're on this live stream, you want to get to know me more, even, you want to get to know me more, even more. That it's confusing, but it makes sense in my head. Was I winking at you? Yes. All right, let's see. How do I juggle fatherhood and YouTubes? Oh, geez. Seems like my 2-year-old is always screaming the moment I press record. Nick, dude, I can relate to that in so many ways. So I don't know if you were here for it earlier, but my wife and I, the way that we work things out, so she can work on things she wants to and I can, that I want to, is Tuesday nights are her night to do whatever she wants. I watch we have a 3-year-old, so my daughter's a little bit older than yours. And then Wednesday nights are my night to do whatever I want. So Wednesday nights, my wife makes sure, that my daughter stays out of the office. She stays in the living room watching TV, My Little Pony, that kind of crap, whatever she wants to watch, because she can do what she wants. But she keeps her entertained while I'm doing videos, at least for when I'm doing A-roll. B-roll, I don't really care so much because the audio doesn't matter anyways. Sorry I keep messing with my eyes, guys. I'm like 12 hours into these contacts. It's driving me nuts. 13 hours, 14, whatever. That's the biggest thing. It's just we've been able to work something out where my wife just makes sure that my daughter isn't necessarily trying to get into the office when I'm trying to record A-roll. She'll take her out of the office, especially now that warming up, they go play outside, or they have the last couple times they've gone and played outside for the hour while I've been recording A-roll. So that's been super helpful. So maybe you guys tried just doing something like that. I think you're in New York City too, right? Or you're in one of the suburbs or something. I don't know why I think that, but I think I remember you saying something like that in one of your videos at one point. So I don't know if that's necessarily a possibility for them to go out of the house or something like that. But Chris, yes, I am 29. I don't know how old most of you guys are. So New York City, New Jersey. So Ed's from New York City, actually in New York City. Meet up. That's not awkward. Yeah, so 29. I don't know how old most of you guys are, but I feel like, Chris, I thought you and I were about the same age, but I feel like that we're probably not after you said that. Have I heard of Tech Gear Talk, Ed? No, I have not. So Roger, the most important thing is supporting each other. Not only that, I love watching all the cool videos everyone else makes. Yeah, dude, like I was mentioning before, I think all of us, this group keeps getting bigger. Nick, I've known you for a while now. I don't see you active on Twitter as much, but you know, kind of getting involved on the Twitter game, we all kind of support each other. So you're doing great on your channel. I don't mean that you need our help, Nick. That's not what I'm trying to get at, but you know, we all support each other. Yeah, 3-year-old tough age. She is 3 going on 13, dude. Yeah, it can be rough at times. Anywho, Chris, you're 34. Okay, well, you're not like much older than I am. True story, Roger. Yes, all of us supporting each other has definitely helped most of us starting out. Nice logo. I dig the new logo. Thanks, man. I've posted it a couple of times on Twitter. That was Talency. So it's like $7.99 a month, and they get you get access to. They're kind of like a one of those multi-channel. Yeah, I guess MCN's multi-channel networks, but you pay to be in that. So it's not like they're paying you or they're paying you for your content. So $7.99 a month gets you unlimited access to Epidemic Sounds, and then also TubeBuddy Pro. So I think TubeBuddy Pro alone is something like $10 a month, $9.99 a month, or something like that. So for $7.99 a month, you get TubeBuddy and get Epidemic Sounds. Like that alone is worth the money. You can also, as part of your subscription, you get you know, like how Roberto Blake and those guys will do, Nick Nimmin will do like channel reviews and stuff like that. You can also schedule like an hour with a YouTube, like a YouTube certified creator, not creator, but like a YouTube certified person that works for Talency, and they'll actually do a channel review with you. So that's really cool. But then also one of the benefits that they have is that they have, they'll do logos for you and stuff like that. So I sent them a couple of examples. I don't remember what I sent them as examples, but it took them like, I don't know, like 2 weeks or something to get back to me on that, I think. Super happy with it. Did you cancel your TubeBuddy subscription when you signed up for it? I wasn't paying for TubeBuddy before. I was just using the free thing. So hold on, I'm gonna let my dog out of this office. Yeah, so I was just using the TubeBuddy free. I wasn't paying for it before. I'm trying to think what else. Let's see if I can't give you like an idea of what they can do. But like they'll help you with like a merch store. If you want to do that stuff, like it's actually pretty dope, some of the stuff that they'll do. Excuse me. So my apps. So they've got a tag generator, illustration services where they will hand draw vectorized cartoon artwork. Roger, I think your Twitch logo or your Twitch thing, isn't that from Talency? I think you said it was. Yeah, so they call it Talency Boost, but that's where you can actually work with someone to actually have them review your channel, which is kind of neat. What was the yeah, they have graphics and branding. So sauce up your visuals and turn more heads by leveraging the expertise of our in-house team of designers. So I must have given them some kind of examples. I don't remember what I did. Yeah, your avatar was from Talency, but I did a little yeah, okay, so there's some other stuff. So yeah, I think just for the $7.99 alone, it almost makes no sense to not do it just because you get TubeBuddy Pro. But then also Epidemic Sounds. So before I was using a lot of free vlogger style music. So what is his name? Like Joachim Karud, or however you say that guy's name. I was using a lot of his vlogs music because I found him from Casey Neistat. I liked a lot of his music. I used that in a lot of the early stuff that I did. But Epidemic Sound's got a lot of good stuff on there as well. Canva, I use it to make every single thumbnail that I do. So Canva is definitely pretty dope. For being free, too. I just recently, what I was doing was taking my YouTube thumbnail and just uploading that to Instagram. I think there's enough people that are on Instagram that you can't really just take that thumbnail because the size isn't right, so the thumbnail doesn't show all the way. If you look at my Instagram page, a lot of my older thumbnails are my YouTube thumbnail, but they don't fit in the window. So I just recently, this last time, took the same thumbnail that I used for YouTube, but instead made an Instagram specific, like I chose Instagram from like the selections, and then it just gave me that specific size, and the thumbnail looks a lot better, or that post looks a lot better there. But I actually just used Canva to create a media kit as well. So I don't have a real extensive media, it's just one page that just kind of explains who I am, what I do, excuse me, what I do, like my follower count, my view count, that kind of stuff. But Canva has media kit templates that you can mess around with as well. My thumbnails recently changed after I switched to Snapseed. I don't know what that is. I feel like I should, but I don't. Snapseed. Is that an app? Is that a program? Snapseed on the App Store for iTunes. That's probably why I don't know what it is. Is it only iTunes? Only Apple? Oh, it's on Android too. Okay. Oh, it's a Google app. Well, duh. Why would... Okay, so there's a question for you. So you Google Snapseed, and it shows up with the iTunes link before it shows up with the Google Play link. That seems like a missed opportunity there. Jeff, I'm using Snapseed for all my recent thumbnails. Maybe I need to give them a shot. I don't know. I've never even heard of them before. Jeff, let me check out some of your thumbnails here recently. El Jefe. Heavy and modified. That's not you. All right, let's see here. Oh, El Jefe reviews. Oh, gee whiz. Chris, I think I missed a question. I think you asked me earlier what microphone I used for sound. I used the Boya M1. Was it BY-M1? $20 lapel mic is actually what I use. So Think Media just did a review of one today. That's the Boya M1, BY-M1, like D2 or something like that. I don't remember but it's basically a dual channel lapel mic that'll let you do. Yeah, see here. Hold on. Yeah, the Boya BY-M1 DM is the one that they just did today, and it is a dual microphone lavalier mic. So, I'm using the mic I use on my YouTube videos is the same one I'm using now because it'll plug into your phone, it'll power your phone, but then it has a battery built into it that'll boost the signal, so it'll work with DSLR cameras if you use those. So that's the microphone I've used, and I've always used that mic. I think my first video was just using the camera audio, and it was terrible. But at the time, it was all I had. So for $20 though, I love this mic. I wish it was wireless. I wish it was wireless, but it's not. So it is what it is. And I lost my chat. There we go. Chris has been using Photoshop. You check out Canva, dude. I don't know if you'll benefit from it. Like, I don't know if it'll be any easier for you or not. But I know a lot of the stuff that you use thumbnail-wise for yours, I know you can do that with Canva. So I don't know if it will, if it'll make that process maybe any easier for you. Maybe not. I don't know. You got to kind of let us know, or give it a shot and let us know. I'd be curious to see what you think on that. Ed, does everyone use tags on their videos? Yes. If you don't tag your video, you're not going to get anywhere, man. Use TubeBuddy for that. I'm not the greatest at it, so I'm not going to be real good at explaining it. But I think you need to look at probably Nick Nimmin, Roberto Blake, those guys, and see how they explain proper SEO when it comes to tags, but into that for sure. Boyo makes a good loud mic. Yeah, Jeff, I'm 100% with you. I love this thing. I don't really have any issue like wanting to get a new mic either. I wish it was wireless. I'll give it that. I wish there was some. That's why I was kind of curious, Chris, whenever you did that real cheap wireless mic. I kind of wanted to see what it would sound like. Of course, it sounded like garbage, but I wish I had wireless. But I don't think shotgun mics are ever going to provide the quality that I want when it comes to the audio game. I think I'm only going to end up using a lav of some sort. It really helps with SEO. Still learning. No, you're welcome, Ed. No problem at all. It's tough to come up with tags without TubeBuddy. I agree with that to an extent, and then sometimes I don't. And I don't mean anything bad by that. What I usually start out with tags is at least the title of the video. I throw that straight into the tags, and then like I'll take the title of the video and kind of like butcher that down into like 2 or 3 words for a tag. But no, you're right, Chris. It can be difficult. I mean, you can do that kind of stuff, but then like with my front page tech creator of awesomeness submission that I did, I had no idea what to use for tags on that, so I just kind of I winged it. Thankfully, I ranked pretty high on that. Not that it has anything to do with anything at this point, but I think I actually ended up ranking for like why I started YouTube or something like that. I think. Let me see if I can figure out. Oh boy, let's see here. Which tag did I rank with? Oh, well, I did at one point. I don't rank for it anymore. Just reading through them all again. Yeah, like why did I start YouTube? I did rank on that tag at one point, but I don't anymore. Which is it's fine, whatever. But I agree, tags, big deal. Could be hard to learn though. It's not easy to necessarily own that either. Movo makes some good mics. I haven't checked them out. I think my thing is I find something that works and I just stick with it, and I don't really mess with it at all. Nick, who are your favorite non-tech YouTubers outside of Casey? Good question. This is going to sound weird. So Ninja is a big one, so that shouldn't be too surprising because I have never been one to watch people play video games, but Ninja makes it fun. He's an honest dude, and I'm bad enough at Fortnite that watching someone that's good is actually really refreshing and enjoyable. So Ninja. I do actually watch Advanced Chiropractic Relief LLC on YouTube as well. This guy is just a chiropractor and he just does adjustments, and I'm a crack addict in the sense that I love hearing people get their backs cracked. So watch him almost daily because he releases videos daily. Let's see, I'm going through my subscription list real quick and seeing. Yes, Nick. Yes, exactly. That's exactly who that is. If you know who that is, that's awesome. That's freaking phenomenal. He's got 2 YouTube channels, over 100,000 subscribers. I don't know why he does that. He's got 2 channels. He uploads the same content to both channels, and they're both over 100,000 subscribers. I don't know if he got like demonetized on one or was having issues, so he just created a new channel, and it's up over 100,000 subscribers too. That's pretty awesome. I'm going through here, and I think just literally everyone that I follow is tech related. Emergency Awesome is really cool. I don't know if you guys know, he's 2.3 million subs, so he's not like he's a small creator by any sense of the imagination, but yeah, he does, he's real big in the comic universe, so he is able to kind of break down, like I was telling Roger earlier, I watched The Flash and Arrow and stuff like that on the CW. And he'll do kind of like a trailer breakdown for the episodes. He'll do breakdowns of the actual episodes themselves. The new Venom trailer just came out, and he actually just did a 9.5 minute long breakdown of that. The amount of stuff this guy knows is just stupid. I mean, I know like it's his job to know nerdy stuff when it comes to comics, but the guy just... He knows all the comic references. He knows all the Easter eggs. The guy he's good. He puts out a ton of content, though. A ton of content, and I don't watch hardly any of it. It's so much of it. Explosm Entertainment. So Cyanide and Happiness. Little shorts are great. I don't know if you guys haven't watched that. I've seen those before or not, but they're like little 51 second, 1 minute, 41 second little like animated clips. They're really fun to watch. Alex Myers is really good. He's not a tech reviewer. So it's AlexMeyers. He did a video a few weeks ago. What did he call it? It should be right here. Oh, what working tech support is really like. I work in tech support, so it was really relatable. So he got a subscribe out of me on that one. But he does animation type stuff too. Let's see here. Exploring with Josh is kind of fun. I don't watch a whole lot of his stuff, but it's kind of fun, just entertainment stuff to watch every once in a while. Green Light Shooting is decent. I don't know if you're into guns at all. If you're not, no big deal. But he does product reviews on like holsters and like tactical gear, stuff like that. H3, always, you can't really go wrong there. I didn't realize I was subscribed to this many flipping people. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I follow maybe a few too many people here. I don't know. Oh, Philip DeFranco. I'm sure you probably follow that guy. If you don't, you need to. He's really good when it comes to news. So it's not even tech related at all. If you don't, they're fun stuff. So I think that's probably gonna do it on that front. That was a lot. Rob from Comics Explained is amazing. Is he a lot like the creator or the thing I said earlier? I do phones tech support as well as needed for my customer. Dude, Jeff, I will send you that video. You will, the amount that you'll be able to relate to this video, if you've worked in any kind of customer support, tech support, call center gig at all, it's 100% relatable. You're gonna freaking fall out of your chair. It's really funny. I do watch Peter McKinnon. Yes. He's pretty awesome. I just watched his camera basics thing the other day. I knew all that information, but I can't have an intelligent conversation on ISO and f-stops and stuff like that without getting confused. So having that video to fall back on is pretty awesome. And I think I just missed someone. Trusted Texan. Hey, man. Thank you for stopping by. I don't know your real name. Keaton, I'm assuming, because Roger called you out by name. So Keaton, thanks for stopping by, man. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Geez, man. I don't know if I honestly have one. I do support Philip DeFranco on Patreon. I don't support many people on Patreon, but Philip DeFranco, I bet he'd love that. Philip DeFranco, I do support him just because I appreciate his kind of middle ground opinion on most things. I'm more right-leaning when it comes to the political gamut without getting too political in this. But to have someone like him that can also kind of have more of the left-leaning opinion on things, but not be disrespectful about it, or he's right down the middle. So he agrees with some of what I agree, and he agrees with more of what the left would. And I can appreciate him trying to create a news network that also has that same type of thing. So they're piloting some podcasts and things like that where they've got some more conservative hosts and then they've got some more liberal hosts, and I think they'll kind of argue a point. Looking forward to that. So I think in today's day and age, if you can have open conversation on topics, it's better for all of us, and I 100% support what he's doing over there. So I think Philip DeFranco is probably up there towards the top. Good question, though. Thanks, man. Check out Jared Bush if you haven't already. Great tech YouTuber. Yes, Jared is one of my favorites. He's got a great sense of humor. Doesn't give a crap about the cussing in videos or anything like that. It's actually really refreshing to see him just tell it the way that it is. It's kind of like Painfully Honest Tech, just not called Painfully Honest Tech Reviews or whatever that guy's channel name is. Jared Bush is definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. That's definite. So we're coming up on 2 hours on this thing, man. That has gone by quick. Ed, you just saw Black Panther today. That's a good movie. What did you think of it? Yeah, it's really good. They just had the Avengers, one of the new Avengers trailers come out not too long ago where the Wakandans are just doing like a chant. I love Black Panther, but God, that commercial is really annoying. They're just chanting the same thing over and over for like 35 seconds. It just, I don't know, could have done without that. Thank you, Roger. Appreciate you sticking around, man. Probably, honestly, going to get close to calling it quits on this live stream. But feel free to shoot any other questions that you may have across, and I am happy to. I liked Thor Ragnarok. That was good as well. Thor movies haven't been my favorites. I feel like Thor was kind of that, oh, we have to do it just so we have the entire universe, but I don't think it was, at least the first movie wasn't really well done. The second one wasn't terrible. The Ragnarok's definitely my favorite. That was really, really, really well done. Black Panther, Wakanda's totally bad. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. Black Panther, I think it was a lot of fun. It was really cool, not necessarily just because it was a good movie, but it was also really neat to see it just from kind of just seeing what kind of social what am I even trying to say? The social impact that Black Panther was having, seeing inner city kids and stuff like that feel like that they finally have a superhero that they can relate to, someone that that is black, that's strong, that's everything like that. I dug it from a production standpoint because I think it was a great movie, but then I think it was also even better that it was able to also mean so much to so many people. I think Jimmy Kimmel did one. He had what's that guy's name? I can't remember what his name is that plays T'Challa. Can't remember his name. Anyways, he was on there, and they had people that were thanking his poster or something like that. And they were talking to a poster. I don't think they necessarily knew that he was actually there. Chadwick, him, I think is his name. Anyways, they didn't know he was behind a curtain. And some of these people were getting choked up. So I mean, just to see there's that much into it just from a movie, I don't know, it's really cool. I think Chris is leaving. Chris, you got to take off, Ellis Kitchen. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you sticking around as long as you did. Looking forward to your next stuff. All right, Nick. All right, brother. Baby's crying when she should be sleeping. I'll catch you on the flip side. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it. Take care of that kiddo, okay? Tech Gear Talk. What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Jeff, that video was dope. If it's the one you're talking about, it's the one where he walks out towards the end. He kind of does the Wakanda forever thing, and that girl just kind of she doesn't start bawling or anything like that, but you can just tell how much the movie meant to her. So that was really neat. Wow. Tech Gear Talk, man, I honestly can't say that I have watched any of your stuff. Sagi? Sorry, dude, I'm butchering that name. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. I'll have to check out your stuff. Don't watch the last two videos? Okay. All right. Well, that's fair enough. Check out the third. Okay, well, now I'm curious why you don't want the last two checked out. RX10 Mark IV. I'll be darned. So you're a Sony guy. Do you shoot everything on Sony, or do you also do Canon? I guess you got a couple Canon cameras in there too, or Canon videos in there. Oh, NAB, gotcha. Yeah, dude, I'll have to check out your Sony video. I've got like so many tabs pulled up from earlier. So as soon as we get off of here, I will have to take a gander. How was NAB? I was out at I was at CES a couple years ago out in Vegas. That was my first experience with Vegas as a whole. But I know NAB is pretty massive. So how big is NAB compared to CES? Do you have any idea? I don't know if you know that or not. Jeff, I am sending you a message. That's got the video from Alex Myers on there. A lot more specific for this niche. CES was just overall fun, but too much for. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I went a couple years ago for my job. I thought I saw most of the show floor, but then I never saw the DJI booth, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I got back to the hotel like after the last day of having been there and realized that I had totally missed a whole freaking part of the show floor. So I'd been to both locations. I don't remember what their names are, but I thought I'd been to every. I mean, I hit like all the heavy hitters that were there, but I couldn't freaking figure out where like the DJI booth was. And then once I figured it out, like I had totally just missed a whole other wing. It was a couple of years ago. I think it was like DJI and maybe like one other bigger name back there, and it was just a bunch of smaller companies back there with them. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed and kind of frustrated at that. But that just shows how freaking massive that thing is. Meet up at CES or NAB. Dude, CES is so much fun. The year I went, I kept an eye out for Marquez Brownlee and like Jonathan Morrison and those guys. And I don't even think some of them went that year. I think Marquez ended up recording from there, but only did a couple videos. Like I think Carl Conrad meant to do some videos, but didn't do much of anything. And then like the very next year was the year that like all the guys were out there, and even this last year, they even did like a huge thing out there as well, where your average consumer, like he was out there. All those guys were out there together. Lou was out there from Unbox Therapy, so they wouldn't really need to kind of meet them live, but whatever. You met him at the OnePlus 5T launch? Did you really? Was that in New York, or where was that at? And I am probably going to go ahead and call this quits at the 2-hour mark, guys, just as a heads up. So we got about 3 minutes left. So I was in Brooklyn. Yeah, see, like the OnePlus stuff, like I really want to like those phones a lot, but it also frustrates me that they come out with a new phone every 6 months. I just feel like I like having, like with my S8 Plus, I had the most brand new phone for a year before they released something new. The OnePlus phones, you have like the latest and greatest for 6 months, and then they one up you on something else. It's just kind of frustrating. I don't know. It's kind of annoying. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate you checking out my videos. Feel free to comment. Let me know what you think of them. Seems like you're doing pretty well for yourself. I'm going to check out your Sony RX10 video whenever I get off here. Maybe watch some. I'm going to watch the Corsair video as well. I'll shoot you a shub. That sounded weird. That sounded good in my head, and I went ahead and followed you on Twitter. Looking forward to getting to know you a little bit better, man. Oh, you've met Paul and Kyle from crap. They were on some of Linus's videos not too long ago, right? Like Paul's Hardware and Kyle Knows Tech or something like that. I totally think I butchered Kyle's, but I think. Yeah, Bit with Kyle. Okay, there we go. Gotcha. The phone game is hard to keep up with. I don't know, I don't think it has to be as hard as what it is. I just, at least when it comes to OnePlus, but like Roger was saying, like he wants to get into phones more, which is great. I think phones is where a lot of the big name YouTubers are getting their success from. Because everyone loves phones. And it's not even just people from here from the States, but like people from the Middle East and from India. I think they eat that crap up, man. I don't know if getting new phones is pretty, familiar or like a normal thing over there, but I know a lot of the audience on that stuff is is Indian or Middle Eastern, so kind of nuts when you think about it. I think India's got more of a population, or a much more dense population, than what the U.S. does too, which is kind of nuts. But yeah, it's expensive to keep up with that. You're gonna niche down on the Xiaomi. That sounds like a smart idea, man. Mid-range phones, yeah. Well, because it was you that was telling me to kind of keep going at it, because you'll get more of the Middle Eastern, the Indian market. So, I mean, even without that, I mean, if you ever look at your YouTube analytics, you'll probably realize that India is probably pretty high up there on who your viewers are if you're in the tech space. So, I don't understand it, but phones must be a big thing over there, where phones may be a status symbol. I mean, they kind of are here, but like Xiaomi, I don't think Xiaomi even has a chance here compared to, because I think Samsung and Apple are kind of the two heavy hitters. When I know Samsung's a big deal in, I think, Japan, but there's so many manufacturers though. I don't know. I'm very ignorant when it comes to getting outside of the U.S. I'll say that I went to Mexico one time for for a couple days on a cruise, and that's the extent of me being out of the country. Yeah, see, Xiaomi, they've got, oh, they're Korean. Well, that also makes sense. That's exactly what I meant to say. Korea. Yeah. It's really close, right? Like, you can shoot a missile and go over Japan to get to Korea. That was a bad political joke. Yeah, I think Xiaomi's got the MacBook lookalike laptop that I don't know if I could trust. It looks really dope, though. yeah, I made that joke. Yep. I think it's pretty safe though, right? Like, it doesn't really offend anybody. I think all of us understand that North Korea is a bunch of just losers. I don't think that's any kind of huge surprise. I still have the sticker on the bottom of this cup. I just realized that. It's got a PO number on it. I don't know why. It's from the Red Cross. Why are they putting PO numbers on their tumblers? Anyways. They may be watching. I don't know, man. I'm not usually one to talk big talk, but I am not afraid of them. Disgraceful wearing that sticker. I don't understand it. Why is it still, like, we've put this thing in the dishwasher. I don't understand why it's still there. I would assume that would have, like, melted off or something. I don't know, dude. Whatever. I got this because I'm O negative, and they can't pay you for your blood, so they pay you in gifts if you give if you give so much each year. So now you know what it takes to get my blood. Just give me a cheap $15 tumbler from Walmart. Which I meant to ask. You guys don't have Walmart in England, I don't think. If you do, I'm even more ignorant. So what's your equivalent of Walmart over there? You get free merch. Yeah, actually, I got a T-shirt the last time I or a long sleeve T-shirt the last time I gave to you. They just had them like sitting in the van, in the van. That sounds like I just got like drugged and my kidney's missing. You don't have Walmart in New York, really? That's surprising. So Tesco? Never heard of it. Oh, Roger, did you see Jonathan Morrison and even Ed from TechSource, their most recent videos from today? They got hooked up from Xiaomi with like 4 different products, and they're giving them all away, including like an electronic scooter That's where you need to get into, dude. There are too many Walmarts. Yeah, Jeff, where are you living at? I don't need specifics, just like a state or something. Ed, what do you have? You have like Walgreens everywhere. What do you have instead of Walmart? You have like Walgreens or 14 corner stores. San Francisco. Okay. I was out there for 12 hours one day for work. That was frustrating. I live in Illinois, and I got flown out to San Francisco to do like a little training for some of our service technicians. Was there for 4 hours, I think. So I got in at 1 o'clock your time, which is 3 o'clock my time. Had the meeting until about noon. And then the meeting started at 8 your time, finished at noon. My flight was out of San Francisco, I think at like 2 your time, 3 your time or something like that. Like I was in the city for 12 hours. My work like paid for everything. I'm like, that's the freaking biggest waste of company funds I'd ever seen. But you pay me, I do what you ask me to do. You know, that's just how it works. Well, so much for getting off at 2 hours, right? Yeah, well, when I got in, the hotel I stayed at, they had, thankfully enough, I hadn't had a chance to get dinner. And for some reason, I had a Galaxy Nexus 6, I think, at the time. So it wasn't like a super old phone or anything like that, but my Google Maps would not work, and I didn't know that was a thing. It makes no sense why it wouldn't work out there, but like I was talking to some of our service techs the next day, and they said, like, oh yeah, use XYZ app, don't use Google Maps out here, it doesn't work. I'm like, what the frick? That makes no sense. Like in San Francisco, like you would think that would be their area to be better, but it wasn't. It was garbage. Like I remember at one point I was in a 4-lane road, and like it went through a mountain, but for some reason like the 4 lanes split and went through the mountain, so I assumed that like this was like a turn off this way and this one was this way. No, they just split and then came back together on the other side of the mountain, and like I pulled off in the middle because I didn't know what the crap I was doing. So I don't know, it was really weird. It was an interesting, yeah, Waze, exactly. Why doesn't Google Maps work out there? Doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. Jonathan Morrison is an inspiration for me. Well, I bet, dude. I freaking bet he is. And yeah, his stuff's so freaking phenomenal, though. I don't blame you for wanting to use that guy. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for checking out my videos. I'm gonna get your name down too. I swear. Sagi, right? Sagi, is that right? Tell me if I'm being stupid. All right, guys. I think it's starting to slow down. I think we're probably gonna go ahead and call it. I have got some videos to watch tonight. Sagi, yeah, right? Not Sagi, because that sounds weird. If it's actually how you say your name and I just said it sounded weird, my apologies. I have a Dave West video to watch and then a Viper response. That'll be fun. All right, guys. Well, it's 3:22 in the morning, so I'll be watching more tomorrow. Yeah, you need to get to bed, man. I think I'm gonna go probably take a shower and then. So Sagi. Okay, thanks. Check Twitter. Yeah, dude. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up watching... Oh, you sent me a video. All right, well, this will be interesting. Oh, I muted it. What did I do?
Say it, so don't even worry You're not being stupid. It's Sagi.
Sagi. Okay. Well, hey, dude, I appreciate you taking the 5 seconds to do that. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to watch, what was I watching? Oh, Lost in Space. I don't know if you guys have been watching that at all. My mom, of all people, has not been sleeping well, so she started watching it. Said it's a pretty good show. Jeff, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you stopping by and being here for as long. Ed, you two, you guys have been here almost since the beginning. Roger, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I will have to do this again. I really enjoyed it and look forward to talking to you guys some more. So have a good night. We'll talk to you later, guys. See you.